just got home. Oh, I want to grab a straw. Give me 1 second. Anybody around? I don't know if I'm gonna wear these on my head. Oh, wind-blown hair. Wind-blown hair in the breeze. So I'll wait a few seconds to see if anybody's around. I'm actually just gotten home from Target. I was driving around with my daughter and had a pretty cool experience. That gives me even more hope that I already had. Because what do I always say? Law of attraction, thoughts become things. The more positive mentality you have, the more positive thoughts you have, the more you know and you declare and you expect what you want to come to you. That is the energy you put out, and that will be coming back to you. And it would also pertains to other like-minded individuals, other folks, in regards to your aura, your energy, because we all have an aura. We are all made from energy. That's our soul. That's our consciousness. And we're just borrowing this body, right? So today is just one of those days where my energy brought in some newbies and some likeys, same that have the same mind frame, warrior tribe, put it that way. So, oh God, I'm so hot. Just I got my sparkling water. Let me grab a straw and then I'm going to tell you this really cool story. So, if you can hear me and see me, well, you can't see me now, but you should be able to hear me. I saw thumbs up, so I'm assuming y'all can hear me and see me. Let me take a rundown. Hello, Megan. Hello, Marie. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you for popping on. Michelle and Danielle's my girl right there. What's up, everybody? I got some woke folks up in here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hi, Anna. Hi, Kelly. Look for those woke folks. Looking for my tribe. Looking for all of you. So, really cool thing happened while shopping, okay? First of all, I think the world has gone mad again because the toilet paper and the paper towels are starting to disappear again. So I guess they're getting ready for their second run or whatever. I don't know, whatever bullshit, but crazy. Doggy, you want your treats? Come here. And that's the first thing I noticed. But the second thing that I had noticed was, although people are wearing masks, a lot of them have it under their nose. A lot of them are pulling it under their chin as they're walking around. At least the Target I was in, at least the parking lot I was in. There are one or two that might have a full-blown mask and gloves and paranoia body gear, okay? But more than half the people I saw today, I think, are calling bullshit. Because, again, the masks are under the nose or they're underneath their chin as they're walking around Target. They're doing what I'm doing, which is underneath my chin. If a Target employee comes by, if I don't feel feisty, I'm just going to put it right up underneath my nose. And then as soon as I pass them, I put it under my chin. And I always declare that I do not consent because sometimes you're just not in the mood. Bello is just not in the mood. I wanted to get in, get out. That's how I do it. But the interesting thing is that, remember the last live I said we got to do more. We got to get more information out there in regards to educating the public on what's going on. The masks, the agenda to a point. Okay, trust me, you can't just go up and be like, there's Agenda 21! Like, you can't do that. You gotta, the more change that's required, the slower you gotta go, little drips and drabs, and plant the seeds to help with that cognitive dissonance that everybody goes through when they first start learning the truth on things, right? So, anywho, I'm going up and down the aisles, and I could hear people talking within each other. Bullshit about the mask, especially the ones that have it under their chin or right under here, and you can tell it's cloth, or, the same damn disposable one that somebody's wearing 10 million times, even though the disposable one says right on the box it doesn't protect against COVID. And people keep wearing, like, that's what I got. The disposable one that the Whole Foods gave me that one day when I got really pissed off, and I'll just hang it on my ear and walk around. Whatever. If I'm feisty, I'll just not wear it at all and be like, oh yeah? But whatever. Today was not a feisty day. I had to get in and out. But I'm glad I did what I did because I was able to slow down a bit and hear and observe more about the people around me. And they're talking. People are questioning the narrative. And that is a beautiful sign. People who you would never think would be questioning it are saying, why are we wearing these things? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, all these numbers are not adding up. And like, I'm in New York where we have Cuomo, the dictator, Nazi, shapeshifter, crazy man. And people are questioning his ability to be governor right now, because we are seeing lots of small businesses close. A lot of small businesses that we love are closing. New York has been hit really hard, not in the sense that we actually got all these real COVID deaths and all that stuff. Like, the numbers are higher because of the shenanigans, because of the manipulation, because of the lies, because of what's going on in regards to money. The hospitals, putting non-COVID with COVID patients. And I'm not saying every hospital in Long Island before you people start getting all crazy on me. There was 2 specific ones that are known over towards the city, away from me, that have really shitty ratings, that are desperate for money. And Cuomo being cut off of his money, you get money per patient marked as COVID, you get money per ventilator, and you get money per death. So even if you die of a stroke, if you come up as an antibody as COVID, which could have been a cold you had a while ago, not the exact mutated form that was just released, you would be considered COVID, and they would write it down as a death. And it's all coming out now. And my point is, people are starting to question. So I actually had 2 different conversations in the store. Let me take a sip. Yeah. 2 separate conversations. One was these 2 younger women, probably like 20s, 30s, okay? I know I look 20, 30, but I'm not. To me, they're younger, they're like kids. But anyway, and they were just having that conversation, like questioning Cuomo, questioning the narrative, questioning what's going on. And I reached over and I started the conversation. I'm like, I hear you ladies, like, there's something going on. And they're like, yeah, I know, like, what, how is this supposed to protect us? And I'm like, I know, it's crazy. Do you know that on these masks, like, and I started the conversation, we got into talking about the surgical disposable masks, how they don't protect against COVID. We got into how it's a mutated form and that these tests aren't accurate, how the antibodies can actually come up. If you've had a cold in your life, COVID could come up positive. It doesn't mean that it's this mutated form that has recently been released. It could come up as a positive. It says it in the CDC. Look on the website. I actually shared that too. I know Facebook is censoring me a lot, but we just got into that conversation, and they actually mentioned they think there's something bigger going on, like some form of control. Somebody's trying to control people. And we had a nice little conversation. It was about 10 minutes. It felt like 15, 20, but it had to be probably around 10 because Bella could only sit in one spot for so long. I got to make sure I keep moving with her. But I planted some seeds that they were curious about. I gave them some information to check out that they didn't fully have the information for, but they were curious about, and I directed them to get more information, like where to go. And it was just really cool to see because they were like, yeah, me and my friends, some of my family, not all of them, people are waking up. The paradigm is shifting. The energy that is coming here, okay, is waking people up. It is happening. The light workers that are here are waking up other people. It is happening. Keep that hope. Keep that positivity and get the conversations going like what I did. Especially if you hear people having a conversation. The other conversation I had was with an older couple. It was they weren't a couple. They were actually 2 different people talking to each other. One was a guy, he was probably in his late 60s, and a woman, probably early 60s. They were like my grandma's age. Sorry. I love you, Grandma. But they were older. They were questioning the narrative. You would think that all old people would be paranoid of this virus, and they were basically saying it's BS about wearing the mask, but they do it because they don't want to hear it. You know, the one guy he was like, I'm a vet and I didn't have to do all of this. And what was he saying? Oh my God. Something to the effect that he's like, he was more afraid of what the government was trying to impose with taking away rights than the virus itself. That's what his take was. And the woman was just like kind of agreeing. They were talking. So I was like, you know what, sir? I agree with you. And that's how I got in on the conversation. I was going to get a feel to see if they would allow me to step in with them. And they're like, oh, you know, you feel that way too? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, believe it or not, a lot more people are seeing what's going on, you know? And the guy, it looked like it said Trump. He had a face mask, but it was underneath his nose, and it looked like it's like a small little Trump on the side. And I was like, yeah. I was like, he said something about the president. And I was like, oh, are you a supporter? And he's like, absolutely. And I was like, yes, thank you. That's wonderful. And it was just nice talking to both two different generations, which are questioning the narrative as to what's going on, especially here in New York, and finding a way to join a conversation, to plant more seeds, to give a bigger, broader picture of what might be going on, and encouraging to look even further deeper into everything. So that's really the whole basis of why I wanted to jump on, is because I want all of you to do that too. Like, we need to start talking with each other, not being afraid to talk to each other. Really question the narrative. If you hear somebody, yeah, that worked both times. I was like, oh my God, yes, I feel you. I totally get what you're saying. It's so crazy. And that got me in the conversation, and then you can roll with the conversation. You know, I'm not saying, you know, somebody, you know, bitching about it and thinks a Democrat should be in office, you know, to go up to them and start something, because you know that's just going to be a fight. But what I'm saying is that if you already hear people questioning, they may not know everything. Most of it, you know, not everybody knows everything. I don't know everything. I'm going to be the first one to admit I know a lot, but I know enough to know, you know, have an intuitive feeling as to what's going on. So what we want to do is plant seeds and encourage people to really continue to question the narrative, no matter where you live, even if you're not in New York, okay? Question the narrative, drop seeds, whatever you feel appropriate of, and if you want to provide some resources, go for it too. But this conversation needs to be had, and don't be afraid, because there's a lot more people talking about it than you realize. And that is the most beautiful, most positive, most hopeful thing I could put out there for you. I want to send everybody light and love and this energy that don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Don't be afraid to start the conversation. Don't be afraid to spread your light and spread the truth, because this is how we're going to win it, okay? Our president's one piece, but we, the people, is the majority. We are the ones who have to take a hold of what's going on and saying, no, no more. Let them, the light that's in the offices and places of power, do what they need to do, because they are on it, okay? Not as fast as what some people want, but there's divine timing. There's a method to the madness. I firmly believe that, and I know we're going to see, it's going to get crazy, guys. It's going to get crazy, but we, the people, need to unite, not fight, come together as humanity, as humans as we are right now, and spread the light, spread the love, spread the truth of what's happening and what's going on, so that if they do try to pull a second wind, if you will, we got to revolt. You got to revolt. And I don't mean in a physical Antifa way. I mean in the truth. Okay, well, yeah, well, I'm not compliant, and I'm going to push the truth out there as far as I can. Social media want to shut me down? That's fine. I'm going to go to the streets, boots to the floor. Let's have conversations, people. Stop with this, social distancing. You get the cojones and start talking. If you feel better 6 feet away from someone, that's fine. But let me tell you, they're doing social distancing for a reason. They don't want us to conversate. They want to distract us. What do you think the whole Black Lives Matter Antifa crap was? That was to distract people from them realizing that Corona was bullshit. Have you figured that out? once people start realizing and questioning the narrative, they boom, throw something else out. So I'm waiting for the next thing that they're gonna throw out, because now everybody knows, you know, look at Black Lives Matter, research all that. It goes right to the Democratic Party. It's connected. Everything is connected. George Soros, who pays people to go and riot and destroy America. These are crazy people who want to take away the liberty and take down America. They're excited to be part of all of this. Okay, we're going to fight that with the truth and love. That's how we revolt, is getting the truth out there, to get the love out there. Kill them with kindness. That is what's going to change. Non-compliance and getting the truth out there. Love and light. That is what's going to win this war that we're having, this very real spiritual war that is going on, okay? I don't care what or how or who you identify as. All I know is there's good and there's evil, and it's battling right now head on. Evil is losing. It is going crazy, and it's going to get worse before it gets better, because the light, the good, is battling, and we have the upper hand right now. And in order for us to finish the game, we need to continue pushing that light, that love, that truth, that non-compliant. Like, you got to get it. You got to get it going. You got to get it going. Start the conversation. So I was just really super impressed to hear people talking. I mean, I heard more than just the two, you know, the four people, the older, and then I hear more people. I observe, I could hear, I could see it, I could see and feel energy. I see it shifting, okay? And just stay optimistic. Keep the thoughts, the change, be the change you want to see, and keep the thoughts in your brain of what you want to create. Stop allowing fear to take over. Because the more you feed that fear, the more you feed that negative energy, no matter what it is, through social media, TV, news, whatever, somebody's whining and bitching and moaning, the more you feed those lower vibrations, you are feeding the enemy. The more you stay in love and peace and joy and making the best of things the way they are, and just focusing on what you want to see, a peaceful world, your family healthy, happy, you know, everybody being able to go on vacations again, and the evil people taken down, all these indictments get thrown down, and all the bad people get exposed. Like, keep focusing on what we want to see, not what we don't want, because that is the law of the universe. It's quantum physics. You can look it up yourself. Thoughts becomes things. It's energy, frequency, vibration. The more we focus on what we want, that's what's going to come back. If you focus on bad, bad will come back. You focus on good, good will come back. Let's keep it good. Let's keep it positive. So that's all I wanted to get out. I'm going to finish putting my stuff away. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And thank you for asking about my boy Grayson. He's a Labrador, and being a mom of Labradors, they get ear infections easy because he goes in the bath a lot, because he sleeps in my bed, and, you know, he better be clean. So a little water got into his inner ear, so it created some yeast, and he just needed to get some doggy ear drops, because my garlic ear drops were not helping for whatever reason. So he's good. We got the meds for him, and we are home. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Keep shining your light bright. Speak your truth always, and we'll talk soon.